This is City Lights on WABE. I'm Lois Reitzes. Thank you for being here. It's time now for our series Speaking of Poetry, where Atlanta's creative lyricists share the rhyme and reason behind the art of language.
My name is Doriahna. I would describe my poetry in one word: eclectic. I write about societal issues. I have love poems. I have breakup poems, comedic poems. I don't think any poet should be put into a box, but I like to write a little bit about everything. I started writing poetry at the age of 8. My mother and father are both avid readers, so they would take my brother and I to the library, and we would just stroll through the aisles of books. And, libraries have this distinct smell, and I would grab like a pile of books, and there would always be like a children's poetry book in there. So I would go home and write little poems, and then when I became an adult, I majored in English right here at Emory University in Atlanta, and it helped me to learn poetic devices and study the greats and classical literature and Victorian era and Harlem Renaissance. And it's just been a fantastic journey that started in my youth. I get inspiration from my environment, and I love watching documentaries. Documentaries have inspired quite a few of my poems, especially my performance pieces. Like I have one called Bleach that is about the skin bleaching crisis that's happening all over the world in different cultures. And so the poem really talks about that from a global viewpoint. It's really wonderful documentary, inspired it. Also, just watching other people perform. You get a poet on stage that's on fire. It really lights something up in you to go and write. I write poems with free verse. I tend to just strip all poetic devices from the poem and just let it flow. And then later, if I feel like, okay, I can make a more defined rhyme scheme or add more alliteration or assonance and all those kind of traditional poetic devices, I will, after I've just let the pen flow off the page. This poem is called Keep Dancing. I am the ballerina with the broken leg who pirouettes around the stage, standing on one leg. I am stronger than I ever was before. So the message in that poem is, regardless of what's going on in your life, keep going. The broken leg is a metaphor for how we all are going to go through trauma before we leave this earth. We are going to experience some sort of hardship. But no matter what, pray, persevere, surround yourself with good people, and read a good poem. And keep dancing. Keep moving forward. My website is laurendoriahna.com. You can purchase my chapbook, I Grew As My Mother Fed Me, or my EP called Despite Imperfection from that site. I'm also on all streaming platforms such as Pandora, Spotify, ReverbNation.com, or YouTube Music and other streaming platforms.